Hey, folks. Chris here. Top of the episode. Just running down our Patreon list thank yous. And if you're asking yourself, hey, how come I don't get a thank you? Well, sign up for our Patreon, and then you'll get a thank you, like these fine folks, who I'm about to name, right about meow. I say that because my cat's next to me, and I thought that'd be kind of cute, because I like my cat. I want to say thank you to Taylor, to Droughrin, to Miles, to Randy, to Yam, and to Colby for giving us your hard-earned $3. We super appreciate it. Yeah, if you're interested in becoming a Patreon with us, check out the show notes. Everything's there. I put a post up about maybe doing like NPC creation going forward for probably Traveler that I'm going to run, or maybe Delta Green after that. I don't know. Just trying to think of ways to grow the Patreon and give you guys a little bit some feedback or some sort of thing to do in addition to whatever is going on. So that's all I have for now. I don't know why I talked really weird there. It just felt like the right way, cadence to do it. So enjoy episode 2 of Misha's campaign, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
Welcome, weary dreamscape travelers, to Nighttime Island Radio. The only place where sleepy eludes you and dreamy pastures are always on the horizon. I will be your shepherd this evening, and you can call me Little Whispers. Just listen to my voice, and I will regale you of tales not your own, and hardships far, far away. Now just sit back, and let your mind wander, my sheep. We find our agents called upon to investigate some nefarious happenings on the little island of Nihao. After the island was purchased by billionaire heiress Tiffany Mallows, she turned it into the hotspot spring break vacation resort. Not to the happiness of the local inhabitants, I might add. The agents are the second cell to enter this island, for the first one never established contact after just 24 hours. Those agents include the one and only Agent West. The reason for this mission was to learn what happened to the previous cell, uncover the reason why people are missing, and to take care of whatever is causing this by any means necessary. Ooh, I just got shivers, didn't you? One by one, our humble crew journeyed to the docks, where they rendezvoused with Agent Redsack, whom is not too keen about being a boat driver and forced out of the action. As the agents are dropped off, they take the long walk down the dock to be greeted by ex-Delta Green agent Hogan, whom, to find out, is not quite in his right mind after all his years serving Delta Green. What awaits our merry troop? Will they uncover the mysteries that lie deep beneath the surface of this once quiet island? Or will they all get a one-way ticket to paradise and wind up just like their predecessors? Only time will tell, and something tells me that they don't have much of it. Sweet dreams, my little flock. Until next time.
Gonorrhea.
That was enough silence. We got it.
Please start the episode with that.
All right, Chris, what's the topic?
I have a topic now. Oh, man.
Chris, you just said in front of all of us that you definitely had something to talk about.
No, I don't think I did. I think I said I got to think of a topic.
No, you said, I know.
You're
I
like,
know.
you're just keeping it in with stressing you out.
I'm Chris, and I listen to music that other people don't listen to, and I have an opinion about things.
That's the words that you said. Those are the words that you said right
Everybody,
before we press record.
People listen to how do you think I learn about the music I listen to? Is other people listen to it.
I think you're making up half these bands.
Yeah.
Very
Jake and Chris are in on it. They're trying to just pull the bull
Did we
over
talk
our eyes.
about? I think
You can't convince me Metallica exists.
Yeah. Make up a band name. Like, they're like, oh, yeah, I love this band, blah, blah, blah.
Orange Lamb Twaddle.
Orange Lamb Twaddle.
I hope that's not a very death metal-y name.
I mean,
Because it's not a death metal band, dude.
That's a folk band.
it's a new genre
exactly.
of metal
That's exactly
called
it.
it's called cotton metal.
It's just Cotton Eye Joe, but
I need to make
It's
a
very
career.
fluffy. You know?
no. I don't know. I listened to New Vastum. I think it's pretty good.
I'm going to start
Vastum?
Googling these because
Yes.
I don't think some of these are real.
VASTUM is the band.
I think there might be 2 U's.
There might be 2 U's. I think they're.
I think there's 2.
I think they're from another country.
Well, I'm pretty sure they
Yeah.
are.
But yeah, no, it's good. It's like good classic wholesome death metal.
Good classic show it to your wife and kids death metal.
Yeah, I was listening to it. So my family and I typically for Thanksgiving we will get a house that we rent.
Is there 2 U's, Misha?
There are 2 U's, but the first thing that comes up is like a corporation.
Well, actually, I did the 2 U's, and it's a custom Magic Gathering set. Also, it is 1 U,
Okay,
Oh,
there you go.
nailed it.
Oh,
Sorry.
and they're from
then
San
I spelled it
Francisco.
wrong.
Oh, they're from San Francisco. There you
nice.
go.
Okay.
But anyways, so when my family, we used to do like Thanksgiving, we would go rent a cabin or something and go to that place and have Thanksgiving with my brother and my parents and all that. And so my parents came up for Thanksgiving this year, and we rented a cabin out in Packwood and did this. And so it was my turn to make dinner for the night. And so I was in the separate house making dinner, listening to the Vastum album, and like everybody's coming in like, do you need that? And they just like hear the music and they're just like, what do you? It's like, just I'm making my food. Don't worry. Like, just leave me alone.
Fuck off. Yeah.
And I come in and they're listening to like
Okay.
ABBA. I'm like, yeah, that's good shit. Like, yeah, look at you guys.
I
So-
have got to read these album titles off because they are fucking great. This is Vastum's
Yeah.
in order from
Yeah.
their
Discography.
studio albums. They have 5. Carnal Law, pretty good. Patricidal Lust.
That's when you can tell. That's when there's a switch. That they,
yeah.
Hole Below, but that's no WHOLE,
Nice.
Hole Below.
That's good.
Orificial Purge.
Jesus.
And then
Nice.
finally this year, Inward to Guess the Main.
So yeah, Inward the Guessman is the one I listen to. It's got bangers. Stillborn Eternity is really good. I really like that one. Vomitus is really good too. I think those are probably my 2 favorite. The other song names are In Bed with Death, Pre-Epic Chasms, Judas, Inward Dwelling Archon, and Corpus Fractum are the other.
Awesome.
But yeah,
Also-
it's good solid death metal. Like it's good. I bought the vinyl. I was like, all right, I'll buy this. Like I'll own this. So
They're saying inward, not N-word. That took me a bit.
I wouldn't listen to a band that would have that word in the song title.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
So,
I was just confused, you know?
I don't know,
I'm
man.
all
But yeah,
caught
no,
up.
yeah, very. Thank you. Thank you,
Inward
Stu.
to Guess the Main. It would just be one hell of a title.
But yeah, no, I listened. So they were really good. The new Panopticon dropped, which is like folky black metal. That's really good.
Or do they have an acoustic? Folksy, do they have an acoustic?
Yeah, he does like play banjo and shit.
Really? Yeah. I would just be
He
a
has
dick. But
he has an entire album called Kentucky, and it's like bluegrass black metal about Kentucky coal miners
All right.
and how like the corporations fucked them over and they had to band together to fight back, and it's incredible. So all of his stuff is very like earthy and woodsy, and then it's just like straight up black metal, but really good. And then I still listen to the new Andre 3000 flute album.
I kind of like it as good background music.
Really good.
Like it's
really
I just threw it on the background while I was playing Into the Breach on my phone. It's like
Yeah, so it's just
pretty
chilling
good.
out there listening to all sorts of music because that's what I do. So is that good music talk for you?
There you go.
Thank you. I
Cat ringing
needed
time.
some
You're
of that
welcome.
in my life, and I feel like I've gotten things now in my head that I feel better for it.
There we go.
All right, gotta wrangle you guys in.
all right, fine.
So first episode didn't really end on a cliffhanger, but I'm hoping to get a little bit more spicy as things go along. So, all right, you guys pull up to the cafe, and it is very much like a
What's the name of the cafe?
cafe. Oh, I didn't even think that's a good question. I'm just gonna call it the cafe.
The cafe.
Yeah, hey, that's a good one.
Sure.
The cafe at
We said
Nihao.
Molly runs it, right? Maybe it's Molly's Cafe?
It's Beth.
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 We were at Beth's Cafe.
Yeah.
I think that was from the...
Molly's Cafe by Beth.
But Beth.
There you go. Beth took it over from Molly.
I actually really love that.
Because it's very close to buy meth.
All right, it's very much like an island-looking like hut, sort of. It's like a straw roof. It has 2 stories though.
Island aesthetic.
Island aesthetic, yeah.
Okay.
And
Tiki
he's-
torches.
Yeah,
Tiki
no
torches.
shirt, no problems.
Jimmy Buffett
I mean,
constantly coming
basically.
from inside.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Island life.
So you guys got all your luggage, and Kevin's like, just bring everything. The inn's upstairs, so just got to go see if Beth can, get the keys and stuff. So, you follow.
What kind of amenities are there here?
Oh, very few. I mean, no one comes to the inn anymore just because why come to the inn when you have the Hemlock just a few miles down the road?
So you don't get kidnapped, apparently.
Ace is just like, where's to the way your margarita? Just taking his back out.
You all just kind of go into the cafe, and the cafe interior is very like homey. There's like a big pastry desk behind like where the register is, so you see all these confectionery goods, and then
These from Costco?
There's no Costco on the island. In the back you see like some guy making like sandwiches and stuff, and there's like a coffee machine. And if you look to the right,
I don't.
Jesus Christ!
Sorry.
Dude,
I'm sure the first episode is it. It will stop after the first episode.
Tyler, I'm gonna have you make a search roll.
I will roll.
So you can find some manners?
Yeah.
I mean,
No, 95. No,
All right.
65.
That tracks.
I'm gonna have you roll a find out.
Yeah,
You're fucking around.
we got your
Sorry.
back.
All right, so on the right, what do we see?
I like how you like. There's like a 97 and a 94 so far. It's just so funny.
Yeah, I got those out of the way.
Okay, so it's important to note that like no one is in the cafe except for like maybe 1 or 2 regulars, that like older people that probably are not part of the party scene, probably just people that have lived on the island for a while, and they just kind of sit
Locals.
here and locals.
Okay.
That's
Tell you know it's good.
how you know it's good.
But because there's probably like bars and restaurants at the resort.
At the
Or
resort,
it's like
yeah.
a full, so people just go there.
I kind of imagine the
Exactly.
hotel is like, if you've been to Disneyland, like the Disney Main Street, where there's just like
Yes.
all of that like,
Exactly.
shit. I kind of imagine that's what the hotel's going to be like when we get there, but
Exactly.
foreshadows.
And
Can't wait to eat the bubble gums.
if everyone but Tyler looks to the right,
I want the popcorn.
if you're scanning your environment, I'm gonna say there.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to look
Yeah.
around.
There is like a small like 8-year-old boy, and he's got like sunglasses on, and he's listening to music on his iPad, and he has like a box of children's toys next to him, and it kind of looks like a hand carved kind of like, oh, these were made with love kind of toys, someone like hand carved them.
So they're poopy.
They're poopy. These are shitty toys. And so he's listening to music on his iPad, and he's playing with like this drum, and it's kind of like one of those makeshift drums where you like spin it in your hand, and those two little string things just kind of bat the drum back and forth.
Yeah.
And he's like just going to the rhythm of the music. And he's not like looking at anything. He's like looking up. So you might, if you were intelligent and made an assumption, he might be visually impaired.
If you were intelligent, if you weren't a dumbass, you could tell.
But he's just kind of like having his own time. He's just banging a drum.
All right.
No, kind of swaying back and forth.
Is it to the beat of the music?
to the
or-
beat of the music?
Okay, just making sure he's got rhythm.
He's got rhythm.
Yeah,
He's got soul. He's got drive.
Like a
Bang
regular
on the
Stevie
drum all
Wonder
day.
over there.
God took his eyesight, but he gave him rhythm.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
And then next to the little kid is like a older man. He's also got sunglasses on, and he's just kind of like reading something in braille. So he's just kind of having his hands wash over.
The older man is?
The older man is.
So he's also blind.
He's also blind.
And the other guy that was blind is a little kid.
He's a little kid.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So he's just kind of like rubbing his hands over the braille, and they don't look at you, obviously. Well, obviously they don't look at you. But to make it perfectly clear, they don't
they are
look
not
at
aware
you.
of our presence.
They are not aware of your presence.
Gotcha.
We're not laughing because they are blind.
Speak for yourself.
Yeah.
I did make a Stevie Wonder joke, so we're already on that track.
So
He
then,
can see. Stevie Wonder can see.
Can he?
That. Google it.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll be blown away.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to make a Ray Charles joke too, but I didn't.
He
I
can't.
didn't want to add on. Well, yeah, because he's dead.
Well, not.
What? Holy shit! Player Chris is unhinged.
wow,
Good.
That was amazing.
we are gonna get lawsuits. Okay.
What are they going to sue us for?
Yeah.
It's factually true.
Again,
Yeah.
nobody's listening to this.
Nobody. Oh, right. So then Kevin kind of moves past you guys, and he's like only about like waist high on you guys. He's just that short. He kind of like moves past your luggage, and then goes to the counter.
Got waddles like a penguin, I'm assuming.
Yeah, exactly.
I fucking love it.
And the counter kind of hits him like on the forehead, but he kind of swings his arm over the counter and then hits the bell, and he's just like, Beth, ding, Beth.
Your thing of DeVito is amazing. Like your descriptions of DeVito is perfect.
Squawk. Hey, you only gotta do that once, buddy. I'm sure she can hear you. There's not a whole lot going on in here.
Beth, she's a little slow. We're in a kind of a hurry. Your appointment at Tiffany's is at 6. We gotta move.
What time is it now?
About 4:45. Yeah, about 4:45.
We got some time.
I think Ace would go over to the guy behind the counter making the sandwich, be like, "Hey, Chief, you guys do what's special today?
Probably bacon.
Just bacon?
They got. It's such a small town. They just got like bacon and eggs, and then like they're making a sandwich. So I'm like ham from like the Canadian bacon or something.
Yeah, just put that on bread and I'll eat it. That's cool. Thank you.
Judging by his use of probably, it sounds like whatever he wants.
Yeah.
Which is good.
You make him something, I'm gonna put it in my mouth. How about that? Thanks.
Yeah, and it's just like this big Pacific
too.
Islander guy.
Yeah.
And it's just like, yeah,
You
sure.
got Locomogo, Spam Musubi.
And he just looks at you.
I was gonna ask for poke, but I didn't. I felt like I don't think
No, they
I don't
don't
think
have
Duke
that.
would eat poke. That doesn't seem like a Duke thing.
Yeah.
Chris loves poke.
But they don't have that anywhere.
Yeah,
You have
definitely.
carbonara.
So no Locomogo,
No.
no Spam Musubi.
They got super simple shit there.
It's spam.
Yeah.
Spam, okay.
Yeah.
He just kind of looks at acid reflux and he's like, what?
I don't get to come to Hawaii.
We'll get back to the main island. You can
Yeah.
Masubi. Right now, we're just
All
gonna
right.
have
All right.
whatever sandwich this gentleman makes us.
So, Beth comes out, and Beth I've kind of portrayed as Jodie Foster, kind of. And Beth's last name is like Palakiko. So Beth Palakiko.
It's like Palakiko, or it is Palakiko?
It is Palakiko. And,
I'm not gonna know how to say that properly, so I'm just not gonna try. I'm
No.
Beth.
Palakigo.
And Beth walks along the wall on the side of the cafe, and behind her are just like a whole bunch of like photos from the island and island past, like recent,
like historical
like
pictures, or
yeah, that only means something to the people that actually reside at the cafe, and no one else actually gives a fuck, because that's like a homie what cafes
we don't have the
do.
context for them.
Exactly. And
Is there any she like lingers on as she touches?
she doesn't touch any,
Oh, that's it.
but
I
they're
was
all
gonna
kind
ask if
of
she'd
like
look at them, or is she blind too?
she is not blind.
Okay.
No.
I wave my hand in front of her face.
And she kind of like, she has like a rag in her hand.
Okay.
And does anyone stop to look at photos, or like while you're waiting for Beth, did you stop
I think-
and look at photos?
I
or-
mean, I think we should probably walk around them and like the interior, right? Get a layout.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
all of us. I think just Ace would probably look at some
Yeah.
of the photos,
I
and
would,
then
yeah.
I would see if she came out if there was any that like she lingered nearby, and maybe ask her about them if there's one she like was looking at longingly or anything like that.
I mean, there's one in particular that she did glance at. It was kind of like an older photo. It's kind of sun bleached. You can't really make out all of the details. You can see it like some silhouettes, but you can see like the people in the photo kind of have like robes on, and they're all smiling. And they're
Let's see if I can notice that she lingers on that.
yeah. I should have asked you to roll for that. I don't know.
Well, I got a 30 under 40, so I noticed that shit.
Yeah.
I synced it. I
You
synced it.
did. So she's just kind of like, she obviously she remembers that photo fondly, and she's probably kind of sad that it's kind of sun bleached, and she doesn't have like any negatives of it to like get it reprinted. So it's just like it's a historical photo, but
I could be like, Beth, right? Name's Ace.
oh
Then like,
yeah, it's really great to see you. Like any friend of Kevin is a friend of ours.
oh, you got a lovely establishment here. Looking at these photos, they're is this the history of this area, the whole island, just this area? Like, what's the deal with all the photos?
Well, this island, it has a lot of history, and a lot of people like overlook that now, especially with the hemlock being there and like all the partying going on. It's just they don't really respect history like the rest of us. They don't like.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. And if you look at like underneath some of the photos, they have like a roster of names.
Okay.
Like they're like, oh, these are the people in the photos. And the specific people that the one photo that she lingered on is like a little bit list of the names, and the people in the photo you can tell like are very young, like either early 20s, late teens, or like 14 to 15 years old. And those names would be, because they're not faded, it's in a different kind of ink, is James and John Palakiko. And also Flora, Fauna, and Frederick Mallows. Lenore Graves, and Herman Pruitt.
Well, the flora and fauna?
So this
Flora
is like
and fauna.
all these names under one picture.
Under one
and
picture.
it's a bunch of people.
Bunch of
Mallows,
people.
though.
Mallows.
So that's either his sisters or his kids.
Yeah.
So we don't know that.
We do not.
I'd ask, like, Mallows, that's the lady who owns the big place, right? Is that her kids or her husband's kids or something?
Tiffany never had kids with Frederick.
I see the last name. Who are Fauna and Flora?
No, Flora and Fauna. Flora owns the History Museum. You can find her a little bit of ways. Sweet lady. But her twin sister, Fauna, owns the library, and she's kind of a cunt. So they don't really talk. They're estranged.
So they own the library and which one?
And
the museum.
The History Museum. And they don't really talk. They're estranged.
Were they related to?
No, yeah, they're his sisters. Yeah.
Okay, all
Younger
right.
sisters. They're on their way out, but they're still kicking.
Sisters of, sorry.
Frederick Mallows.
Okay, Frederick. Okay. And is it Fauna as like Fauna or
Yes.
Fawana?
UNA.
Okay.
And then she's like, yeah, Flora always comes by. She likes ham and cheese, really regular. Just a sweetheart, really.
It's weird that they go with plant-based names with them and then go Frederick, but I guess they're all F's, so
Yeah.
family must have some sort of weird thing with F's in their names.
That's a fucked up
Plants,
family.
animals, and then a third thing. Frederick.
Yeah.
So James
You
and John,
got the best. Oh, he's the first one, so.
Oh, I guess so.
James and John were little kids, and they are children of.
Are they? Well, they would be probably her brothers. I'd ask her, like, it's your last name there, right? Like,
Oh yeah, I'm not related. But my husband is James's son over there. He points in the corner at the man reading in Braille.
sorry for your loss.
Well, he just went out to sea one day and he just never came back. And there was a storm, and just assuming the
Ran off
worst.
to get
But
some milk. I got it.
LC milk.
But yeah, so I just take care of our son Dalton. He's over there in the corner, and
Dalton?
Dalton,
That's an 8-year-old, I'm
the
assuming?
8-year-old, and take care of Grandpa James. So that's my role in life now. But could be worse. Could be somewhere else. But the
Well, you got
island is
family.
my
That's a
home.
good thing. Don't ever let that go.
Yeah. So Kevin tells me you're staying at the inn for a few nights.
We're hoping to, if that's going to be okay with you.
We never get any reservations, so perfectly free. So she's like, if you take your bags, I can show you upstairs.
I think we'd all have it.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So, quick
sure.
question, just to make sure I remember this correctly. We are sent in. Our cover is Coast Guard inspectors.
Coast Guard
Yes.
inspectors.
We're here theoretically because there's a mysterious series of arsons.
You have to figure out if it's a national security issue.
Okay.
Yeah, rich
Got
people
it.
shit got burnt, like, of course.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure
We're the sea police coming to make sure
So,
that
like,
the good, the rich people stuff is okay.
Yeah, she offers, you get me here for a couple days. I would be like, as long as our investigation's going on, seemed like it'd be better to stay here than the little more expensive resort.
Yeah, I think we get
a
a
little
little
more
more.
homey down here too.
Yeah, we can focus a little bit better here when going through the evidence and whatnot. So
Yeah, it's a bit quieter over here. It does get a little rowdy once you get closer to the Hemlock. Those kids are just rowdy. Ugh, I miss the peace and quiet. Yeah, let me show you up to your room. So you get up to the room, and there's like 2 sets of rooms. They're both pretty small. 2 sets of twin beds. They're both mirrored, so like twins, like they're on like the inside wall. So the beds are on the inside wall. Then there's a desk with a phone on both sides and the lamp, and then you have like one shared bathroom.
So it's 2 rooms, and each room has 2 beds.
Yeah, basically,
So
it's super
all
small.
4 of us are sharing a bathroom.
So
Yeah.
you three
Cool.
get that
bad for
room,
that
and I'll
bathroom.
take this other room to myself. I can move one of the beds in there. You 3 can have that room.
I don't care how you figure it out.
Yeah, I put myself away. How much room do I got? Do I have to live out of my suitcase here, or is there like a little drawer I can?
I mean, there's like a little tiny little dresser you could put your clothes in.
Okay.
So yeah, you guys drop your luggage. I'm assuming you take whatever you want to take with you.
Yeah, probably get our badges, guns, be safe.
Yeah, so we have an interview with Tiffany about these arsons
Yeah, but first I think
that
Kevin.
we already know the culprit of.
No,
We don't know that.
we don't know anything right now.
That's misogynistic, and I won't stand for it.
Oh, Kevin told us he did it.
We're going to trust the schizophrenic guy.
I guess so.
I believe that the schizophrenic guy lit all those fucking boats on fire.
I believe that,
I
yes.
do believe that. But so we're, just to be clear, we're going to have a meeting with Tiffany about the boats, not about the missing people.
I'm assuming so.
So-
Kevin set this up, right?
Kevin set this up to the
So we
best
should
of
probably
his ability.
ask him what are we meeting her for?
Kevin?
Yeah.
What
so,
is the context there, shooter?
So, I was just. Obviously, the
Burner.
Homeland Security didn't work. I'm just trying something different. I sent the West and Faust, and they just didn't come back. Tiffany, she's a smart lady. She probably saw through them. I don't know what happened to those agents. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take you over to Susie's, so you can see the clinic real quick, and then out back behind the clinic is the green box. I'll take you all to go see the green box, and then from there, I'll just take you all to the Hemlock. I can't come within 600 yards of the Hemlock because I technically an excommunicado from the hotel.
Wait, I thought you did maintenance there.
I do maintenance on the dock of where the yachts are. I can't come within 600 yards of the hotel. Apparently, they ended up catching me trying to look at some of the documents on the computer to try to find some missing people. But
Better than what I thought, so okay.
I was
that's why. That's
really
why
thought you were going to go a different direction with what you're trying to look
Yeah,
at. But
Yeah.
okay.
Also, I do just want to point out that Kevin is a liability. We should not
Yeah.
be seen
Yes.
or
Yeah.
we really probably shouldn't even trust him.
After we get done with this, we're going to be...
Well, he's dropping you off at the Hemlock at least 600 yards away, so I think you'll be okay. Or you can go by yourself. You'll have Susie's car.
Yeah, I think we should go by
I
ourselves.
think we should. Kevin, we appreciate you. I think we're going to go by ourselves.
We'll handle it from here.
Yeah.
Enjoy your retirement.
Well, that's
enjoy
okay,
your
but,
time.
you know, I lost 2 agents already. I might just be on the outskirts looking in. I don't know. I just need to make sure you guys get out of there okay.
Hey, just make sure you're not watching us when we're in our rooms here, because you're
Yeah.
talking a lot about spying on people. And I
And
just
he's
want to
just
make sure.
and he's like looking at you, he's like nodding, and he's like, "What was it?"
All right. Yeah. So what did you set this meeting up exactly for us to talk with? Are we talking about the yachts?
Yeah.
Are we talking about the hotel? What did you tell her that we are coming? Like, what is the context that we're walking into?
I made the meeting under the guise of Coast Guard inspectors figuring out if the arson attempts were a liability.
Okay.
Where you go from there?
I think arson's always a liability, but
Yes.
I see what you're saying.
So,
where you go from there is totally up to you.
quick
guys.
raise your hand. Who here has ever been in the Coast Guard? He just kind of looks at everybody. It's like,
in real
No
life?
one knows a fuck about maritime law, and I looked this up. No one knows a fuck about maritime law.
it's like bird law.
Quiz me on any bullet point of maritime law. I'll nail it.
Oh, confidence. I like that. I like that. You'll need it.
I almost got you, huh?
That works. All right. So, well, I'm gonna go downstairs and get my sandwich
Yep.
from the captain.
Yep.
I'll get your stuff. You don't worry about it. I got you.
Thanks, boss.
And
All
then-
right. Yeah, you get your thing together. About like 20 minutes later, Kevin's waiting for you at the Rover just to do a quick trip over to the clinic where Susie is.
Okay. How's the sandwich? Is it a good sandwich?
It's mediocre.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm
I
sorry.
mean, what do you expect?
a good sandwich.
Well, I mean, look at the place. Like,
I liked it.
It's got,
I think it's a fine sandwich. I think, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of dry.
Made with love, so it's good.
it's got
Well, no,
shredded
I like
cheese
the place, not
on
the.
top.
Oh,
Sure.
don't even, Cody. You knock it off.
It's not even a slice of cheese. It's just shredded cheese on a sandwich.
Yeah, so it's just falling out the bottom while you're eating
Yeah.
it.
Just like the worst horror in Delta Green. Fucking what was that? Perkins.
Perkins, yeah.
Ugh.
Like,
Yeah, is this our Perkins?
so
Oh, it might be.
Definitely.
This is our Perkins.
Jake actually has to roll sanity every time we mention shredded cheese.
Yeah,
Yes.
shredded cheese. Pre-shredded, waxy cheese.
So you drive over to the clinic. It's a pretty short drive, not
Okay.
too long. And then you walk in, and it's a very small clinic. It's about one room, but it has like a curtain in the middle. You know, kind of like a school nurse's station.
Gotcha.
There's a whole bunch of like cupboards everywhere, and in the back chair, like behind like an examination table, you see what you assume to be Suzanne.
So is this like a human clinic or an animal clinic? I just want to make
Human.
sure. Okay, just make
Human.
sure.
Because
Monster Clinic.
oh, ooh, yes, okay.
You almost got her. Good job.
You got me.
I'm trying.
You got me. And there's just a whole bunch of cupboards everywhere, and I based Susan off of Gina Torres, the actress. And,
I don't know who that is.
Well, it's on your sheet.
Yeah, it's this.
I
lady right
know.
here.
I saw her, but I don't know
Oh.
who she is.
She's from like Firefly. She's done a whole
Oh
bunch of
yeah.
stuff.
I know that
She's
show.
like very tall, beautiful woman. And you see like when you walk in, she's kind of like rubbing one of her knees, and you see since she's wearing like khaki shorts, from one of the leg down is a prosthetic leg.
I was gonna say, is she like doing it to like show off to
No.
Kevin.
It's like, look what I got.
Kevin's back. My
Oh, I sure do love having knees.
But she kind of like rubs, like she's like rubbing the amputated part down, like kind of like it hurts. So she's kind of not noticing you guys walk in, but she's kind of like rubbing her knee, like trying to go to it. She's off in a faraway place right now. Like, yeah. So then like Kevin like moves past you guys, and he goes over to Susie, and like she stands up ready to greet you all because she finally notices you, and like Kevin takes her hand, and he just looks like a 2-year-old that just got a puppy. He's just like, this is Susie. She's my wife. Isn't she gorgeous? And he's just like so happy and proud husband. He's just like loves his wife. You can tell this man is completely enamored with his wife. He loves her so much.
But he's really punching up. Good for him.
Yeah. And Susie, she's kind of like, she doesn't say anything yet. She's looking at you all, and she nods, and she's just like, hello. And then Kevin's like, she's not much of a talker. She's very quiet.
She's the brains of the operation.
Yeah, she's basically, yeah. Anyway, so also Agent Whispers. It's kind of a joke. So she's just like, not a very large clinic. Just some of the staples.
That's nice.
Thank you. So she like opens up each cabinet, and each thing, it's very organized. So everything is like labeled. So there's like antiseptics, painkillers.
So if we get into
sleep
trouble, we can
aids.
come to you.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, antiseptics, painkillers, sleep aids, pretty much everything you would need in a pinch to medicate something or other. See, she has it all there, like sutures, bandages. It's there. So if you find yourself in need, you can go there.
What about like
For once, we have a doctor.
what about extracurricular ones like Oxycontin or anything like that?
She doesn't have any of the big names.
Any benzos?
Nah.
I'm just thinking we could take them, and like it might be a way to get into the hotel. Like, hey kids, I got this Oxy still cool in 18?
I bet they
I don't
are.
know. I don't do drugs.
But I mean, you're also a former pro wrestler.
Yeah.
You got them, dude.
Yeah,
You
I
got
mean-
that fucking
I might.
prescription.
You might also assume that these college kids have a source of their own.
Right, but I mean,
But I mean,
I'm just
they're always
thinking,
looking for more.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Oh, well, I mean,
But I was just something I was thinking is like we might have a
you know what? Let's
potential
roll
in.
for it. Let's roll for it.
Hey,
There
Yeah,
we go.
all
Getting
right.
a luck roll.
Yeah, let's do a luck roll.
So,
She got that fint.
just to be clear, you are asking this doctor if she has any recreational party drugs.
I'm asking her if she has them to come back later and take. And so
She does not have them.
let's see. We don't got to worry about it.
And she,
I'm not going to tell her I'm going to sell these to kids.
No. I got to make my first roll as DM. Thank
Do you have any drugs that I can sell to children?
Just like in case we get like hurt, if in case we get something really painful, you have anything to do with the
nothing
pain.
too bad, just oxys.
and I see you have a lot of pills in here, things like that.
pills.
What about pharmaceuticals? Hard drugs? I don't know, things that'll make my night fun.
Say I don't remember certain aspects. What do you have to take care of that?
Susie does not find you
forget-me-nows?
amusing. Okay.
All right, there we go.
So then, like, do you do any more searching around?
No, I would ask, like, Kevin, you mentioned there's a green box.
There is a green box. Delta. When we retired
I'm
here,
worried that the green box is just his shit.
Yeah, exactly, dude.
Right. Like, it's not. This isn't a Delta green box. This
We
is
go
like.
in there and there's 20 years worth of newspapers.
Yeah.
I'm just like, great.
Like VHS porn.
Yeah.
I swear there's something off about this stuff. I had to catalog it.
you guys are like calling these things before. Like, it's just so hilarious to me. Anyway,
Yeah.
I didn't want to be like this open of a book, but it's just hilarious how you guys are like asking these
So I'm
questions
right.
before.
No, I think just Duke has a little bit of medicine, so like he's like, if like pinch comes to shove, push comes to shove, we can't get a hold of you. Are you cool if
Yeah.
like
I'll
you can
leave-
use this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think Duke would mention that like. I had to stitch myself up a couple times in Mexico, so I know a little bit of way. I know my way around stitching up stuff, so I can help if you can't get a hold of them. So
In my head, I'm going to picture you saying Quantico because I just want to say, like, I just think you're like back in Quantico.
Hopefully it doesn't come to that.
I guess I want to ask, like, I want to pry into their relationship a little bit. Hey, what's your story? How did you meet? I know you're both agents, but and you're retired. But I'm new to Delta Green, so I don't know how frequent that happens, where agents actually get together, like y'all did. How did that? What's the story there?
Susie like looks at you and she just kind of like her eyes just kind of glass over and then like wander off again. And she sits back down And then Kevin's just like, why don't you come with me? We'll just go to the green box.
She's the caretaker.
And then like on your way to the green box, and he closes the door and he like looks up at you, and it's the green box is on the other side of the building, so you have like a couple minutes to get to the other side of the building to talk.
Minutes.
And then I mean he walks like a penguin.
I guess it's true.
We have to like constantly stop
like a-
and let him catch up.
Like an escort quest in a video game.
Yeah.
And,
He's walking too fast in our walking speed, but too slow for our running speed.
Yeah. Duffy is gonna pick him up over his head so he can sit in a little barrel and then just walk with me.
just alchemist.
You figured at this point he'd have like a scooter, like a rascal.
No, he's too prideful for that. So Kevin's just like, we had to retire. Our last mission didn't go as planned, as you might guess. The ritual needed to be paid, and something that just it took a lot out of Susie and I. And
Are you from the island originally?
No. Luckily they we got permits to build a lovely little house, and we got to stay here. But that was easier 20 years ago. Now they cracked down on it, and then it was purchased. So I guess it's a lot easier now. But no.
I guess you just gotta grease around wheels, right?
Yeah. It's just it's been difficult, but the island has really helped Susie. In her mindset, it's not all there. If you might have guessed, she's holding on better than I am. But Delta Green, it does things to you if you're in there for a while. So just be careful.
Ace would look at Reflex and be like, poor fool.
Yeah. Damn.
Poor boy, he doesn't even know what he's in for.
So then Kevin's like, yeah, when we first moved here and we gave Delta Green our residence, our address, they ended up building this green box for us so we could, if we happened upon anything or had anything that needed to be hidden away for no one to see again, we would have a place to do it. So it's been here for quite a while, and I have put some stuff down there, just for safekeeping, from the mothership, so I don't want them to know, but,
To be clear, the ritual didn't have to do anything with what's going on now. Like the ritual you did between you and your wife.
Probably best not to pry.
I'm just saying if it relates to what we're currently doing, I need
I
to know.
don't think it's related.
You trying to ask if it took place on this island? So you're
Basically,
just ask.
that's part of it. Yeah,
Did it happen here?
That's part of it.
No.
I don't think they live here if they haven't. They're very close for comfort.
Okay.
But that's was my first thought too.
Yeah, you can ask about specifics of the ritual if you'd like, but
Nah, that's good enough. As long as
Is
it
that
doesn't
what
relate.
happened to your shin area? That
he's just like, the ritual needed to be paid.
The kneecaps.
It was,
Goddamn.
the ritual needed to be paid in flesh, and
Oh damn!
I'd say no more.
Yeah.
and Susie, well, she saved a lot of lives. She ended up taking her own leg so we could finish the ritual and save a lot of people's lives, but it took a toll. And I'm gonna need you all to make a stand check after hearing.
So yeah, Chris, how fucking insensitive. Yeah, it did need to be paid in
Oh,
kneecaps.
I'm
you
sorry
jerk.
that this human being that doesn't fucking exist. I was right though.
You were right.
I was right though.
That's a 16 under 55.
All right, you're good.
I got a giga crit with 0, 0, 0, 0.
No, that's a critical
a-
failure.
Ah shit!
That's 100.
That's a giga crit fail.
Are we playing with any house rules for rolls?
What do you mean?
Like,
Like 69, 86?
I just got 86.
oh yeah,
Wow.
sure.
I mean,
Wait,
sure.
what's 86?
So 86 is typically a critical fail because like you're 86 out of a building,
Yeah.
but 69 is critical success.
Yeah.
because
Okay.
It's awesome.
It's the 6 number.
2 crit fails.
So those who fail take 4 points of sanity damage.
4 points of sanity damage?
Well, you crit failed. It's not my fault.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It is your fault. You made this up.
What about a normal fail?
Normal fail 2.
Can I borrow a pencil?
I thought I gave you one earlier.
This one here.
No, you gave me one. Sorry.
Thank you. Sorry.
Oh, that's cool.
All right.
Ace has no, doesn't even seem like his kneecap comment. Just is like, yeah, that's good. Yeah, doesn't even face him. Like,
Gruesome.
Oh, so.
well, I'm sorry that your wife's leg got taken away.
Well, yeah, me too. But she's still a fox to me. So
That's all that matters. Did you give her one of yours as like a? Is that why yours are gone? Did you try to give her one as a replacement? Yeah, we'll talk about it later.
It sounds like he was part of the ritual. He was doing part of the ritual himself, and then she paid more than he did.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Ace has I should just say that Ace does not have a good charisma, and so he is.
He just says things.
I have a 5 charisma.
Yes.
Oh, damn.
So he's very cold and blunt. So he does not always realize the horribleness of what he's saying can be taken that way.
That's awesome.
So
So, as you get closer to the green box, Kevin's just like, so, I check the green box on a very regular basis. I take note.
Sure you do.
I take note of everything. I make a list.
do you have cameras watching it at all?
Well, no, because mothership. Yeah, I don't want her to get the signal.
Okay, that makes sense.
I want to pry into this, but I also don't.
And then he's like, about a month ago, things started to get added and went missing. I wrote it all down for you, but things I didn't touch.
When did the last team come?
A month ago.
So
It's probably just the last team.
But it's continuing to change.
So you're saying they came a month
things
ago.
things have been going missing on a regular basis
And coming.
and being added.
And,
Yes.
Wow.
I'm gonna need that list.
Oh, well, I have it printed out for you.
Oh, excellent. So I don't have to write it down.
You don't.
It's 10 boxes of used diapers.
So,
But used by what?
you get around to the
Kevin.
backside of the island. You get around to the backside of the hut, and there's like a whole bunch of palm trees over like the ground, and Kevin starts to move the palm trees, and there's like these trap doors
okay.
underneath the palm, and there's like a lock, and and so he unlocks the padlock and he opens the door, and as he opens the door, you start to hear a cell phone ring. And Kevin's just like, don't answer the phone, trust me. And he's like, everyone go first. It takes
Were you
me
like in the? There's a cell phone in the green box.
in the green box that's ringing.
Why don't we want to answer that?
I'll tell you when we get down there.
I would just listen to the man who told you not to answer. That seems like a pretty smart move.
He's like, everyone go first. It takes me a long time to get downstairs now on the count of no knees. So you get down this.
It's like slide on your butt.
Don't tell him how to get downstairs.
Dude, getting up would be tougher.
That would be tough.
And so it's basically like a straight shot down with some steep stairs, and it kind of looks like a bunker.
I'm assuming there's like hand railings.
There's handrails, and
He
it's
couldn't
like
get down otherwise.
no, and it's concrete walls.
Okay.
And I'm gonna pass out the green box notes to everybody here, and then I'll still read it out loud because our listeners can't read.
You don't know that.
That's
Hey,
a
you
big
idiots.
assumption to
Well,
take.
they can't read what I've written down. That's what I
No,
meant.
she attacked you.
And so there's like a light switch flip. So like whatever one of you like switches the light bulb.
Sure.
And what you see in
Is it single bulb or is it like shop lights, like the long
single
halogens?
bulb,
Okay.
single bulb, very simple. And yeah, it's just concrete room, and then on the back side of the wall are a set of lockers, like gym lockers, and like a wooden table in the middle of the room. And in the middle of the room on the wooden table is this note. Who wants to take it? Anybody?
Where is it? Yeah.
Not me.
All right. You want to read that note out loud?
It says, send all for Kevin. We all die if you don't. And it's the like spelled out number 4.
Yes, and all 4.
Like send all 4 Kevin as if there's multiple Kevins. Or us. Send all 4. There's 4 of us.
Send all 4 Kevin?
Or
Yeah,
send
there's
all
a-
4, comma, Kevin.
Kevin, yeah.
No, I think there's 4 Kevins. I think Kevin cloned himself.
Oh, you figured it out.
Damn.
Yeah, it says send all 4 Kevin. We all die if you don't. So someone
all
left this
4.
note.
We all
And it says
die if you
all underlined capitalized, so that means probably more than
We all
the
die.
agents, I'm assuming.
Damn.
Okay.
Where was this note?
It was on the table of the green room. So there's a small wooden table in the middle of the green room. All right, and I'm going to list off what is in the green box now. The green box.
Well, since I flipped to page 2, I already know who stole this shit, so.
All right. The floor of the green box is littered with dozens of absolutely pulverized cell phones, which clearly have been destroyed with focus of the sledgehammer, or something similar. And so, as Kevin starts to like come down from the ladder stairs, steep stairs, it's just kind of like a half and half. He goes over to the table, And he just starts smashing the cell phone on the table. And he's just like...
The one that's ringing?
The one that's ringing. And he, like, moves it to the floor. And if you look close at the rest of the cell phones, they're the same cell phone.
Yeah.
Like, the same type of cell phone.
Like a Nokia or whatever
Like a
it is.
Nokia. Well, if it was Nokia, he couldn't smash it.
Well,
Yeah,
true.
they'd be penetrable, yeah. Okay, wow.
All right, so on the wall, there's a map of the island. There's, the
Good.
prepaid cell phones, which are all smashed, so, yeah. And you guys did not pick up the cell phone, so I don't have to get into that.
Yeah.
We didn't get a chance. He smashed it.
Yeah.
Well, you
Hey,
could
you
have
told us
before you
not
got
to.
to. Yeah, I mean, but you could have not listened
We
to him.
respect Kevin.
Yeah, I respect him.
That's a rough word. I don't know
There
if I
are
respect it.
2 Winchester M1897 riot shotguns, 10 gauge, with a Ziploc bag with 16 10 gauge shells. There is a hotel pin board with 3 slots. 2 are missing, 1 is broken. And a little bit about the hotel pins. They have like they're just a large H like for the hemlock. And they have like little dials, like 3 sets of dials under them with like different. You can tell from the broken one that it has like different symbols on each of the dials.
So wait, I actually don't know what a pin. I think the pin board is like showing who's like vacant rooms or something, right? Like
Like there's like a pin board, like when people collect pins, they put them on a board. It's just like a little
Like a
pin
cork board?
Like
Yeah,
a
like
cork board with a
cork
bunch of
board.
pins in them.
Yeah. All right, and then it has a wristwatch, and the time is stuck on 12/21. There is an old photo showing all the original inhabitants of the island. A list of the people include Malos, Palakiko, Pruitt, and Graves. There is a white manila envelope with AARP Austin. I wrote this word like so many years, like months ago. I don't even know how to
Ostensibly.
ostensibly about someone's retirement plan. Rattling around inside the envelope are 5 9mm bullets.
It's a hell of a retirement plan.
Yeah. A piece of pink construction paper on which is drawn a crayon drawing, which is just complete nonsense, of a child's rendering of Cthulhu, which is signed by the child's name, age 5, Dalton.
I don't know if we have that.
Yeah, I think
I
you
don't
have
see
a
that.
different list than we do.
Oh, sorry, that was me. Sorry,
You took some things off?
I took some things off, but this doesn't matter because, yeah.
Yeah.
There. Anyway.
okay.
There's a bottle of chloroform.
Chia.
There's a Polaroid camera. There is a plastic bag filled with used bandages, compresses, and even a tourniquet. The blood stains on them are old and dried. A collection of police reports of missing people with the submission date never filled out. A small set of tools: tweezers, penknife, lock pick, tension wrench for the lock pick, flat blade screwdriver, Phillips screwdriver, and needle file, disguised as a large ballpoint pen with a black metal barrel. When assembled as a pen, the device actually writes.
That's some spy shit.
It's cool, right? One notebook, meticulously filled with the same strange twisting symbol. And I have that printed out for you all right here.
Oh, geez.
Whoa.
Say, I'm not going to open that.
That's
But
going on the gram for sure. It looks like an eyeball that is sort of bleeding from the middle of it, like dripping down.
Mm-hmm.
There's 3 dots above the eyeball, and then the whole thing is circled. Sort
Yeah,
of.
like brushstroke circles.
Yeah, brush stroke circles. Yeah, very good.
And that's on each page?
Each page.
Gotcha.
Um,
Spoopy.
how long do you spend on that? Do you guys just go through like
I
each
don't
page?
look at it at all.
I think Ace would probably just like flip through it real quick to see if it was on all of them.
Real quick?
See if you can see
All right.
anything.
All right, cool. Let's see. And I'm assuming you all look in the lockers. There is a sheet of white paper filled out folded 4 ways. Scrolled on the sheet of paper is in pen is the email address JesusIsLove1969
At Gmail.
Gmail.
Wait, did we? Sorry, I didn't get the.
Way to
was there-
dock somebody.
There was a notebook filled with
Yeah.
detailed handwritten plan on how to burn down
Burn
the
down
entire
the
island without leaving no survivors. Do you
So
have
was that leaving no survivors or letting people get
Without
off the
leaving no
island?
survivors.
Yeah, without leaving no.
Oh, did I skip one? I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I think it was after the notebook.
Oh, no, I
Strauss-
did. I
It's
did. Sorry.
Strauss's plan.
I did. Yeah. Sorry.
Wait a minute, this looks familiar.
That's my handwriting.
When was
did-
I here? Oh God! Pull like down and start
Hemlock.
firing off at everybody.
I did skip it. The notebook is filled with detailed handwritten plan on how to burn down the entire island without leaving any survivors.
Oh, is it any survivors? Okay, we have no survivors on mine.
Or no survivors, same thing, different.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like killing everybody?
So
Killing
burn down
everyone.
the whole island. That's how we're going to end the season. Got it.
Yeah.
Let's start now. We got the
Let's
plans
start
right there.
All right. Moving forward. There is a scrapbook containing 333 Polaroid snaps of late 1980s of the island from decades ago. Careful study finds the same Polaroids have two suns in every photo.
Odd.
Translated copy of Beowulf, the phrase "we didn't listen, we couldn't see" is written on the top of every page. There is a simple hammer, which coincidentally is the same hammer that Kevin used to smash the cell phone.
Oh, it just has a hammer in there for that.
Yeah. An age-looking Rubik's Cube, one turn away from being completed. A post-it note near it says, "Don't." All right, moving
Oh my
on.
gosh, that's crazy.
A 9-inch tall Statue of Liberty figure. Seems quite hefty. Quality thing. Yeah, and then, there is the, sheet of white paper with the email address. Oh, and then underneath the email address is a string of alphanumeric characters and symbols like wingdings.
A password, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. No. Yeah. So.
And then we have a list of missing
items.
Oh yeah, that's at the end. I wrote that at the end.
And that's how I know who fucking has been breaking into this place.
The missing items. So there's a copy of Fahrenheit 451 that's missing, a tape recorder that's missing, and a box of children's toys that's missing.
I'm gonna go fight that little kid.
Fight him.
Dude, he won't see you coming.
That's what I want to know is how did this, if it is the kid, how did he get down? Hey, how did he unlock
You're
it?
mobile.
He's blind.
Yeah, they have. I mean, there's.
They can
you
still walk.
You
I'm
can
just saying,
move yourself if you're blind.
No, I get that. But you're telling me a blind kid's going to just wander around, find this thing covered in fronds, know that, oh, this doesn't feel right, unlock it, find the key, get the key to unlock it, open it up, and then stumble down here, dig through all of this shit down here and find toys.
This is why he's a
No,
suspect,
Duke,
dude.
No.
It's like that test in Men in Black. Like, the little girl's your suspect.
Yeah.
Like,
Unless he's not
Shooter.
blind.
So
That's the other
obviously,
option.
when they dug the resort, they dug too deep, and they let out some sort of ancient artifact that's been kidnapping people, obviously, and that is the thing that possessed little Dalton,
Okay.
and that's how we found the fucking.
Looks
hatch.
like Jake figured this out already.
So,
Question.
Yes.
So what has been added?
Added was the note and the cell phone.
Okay, so the cell phones keep
So
getting
they,
added.
yeah,
wait, the
is
cell phone that he
back.
just smashed was
The
added?
cell phone that he just smashed was out.
Hey, Kevin, did you ever answer that cell phone there, buddy?
I have.
And what did it say there? What did it say there, champ?
And Kevin just kind of like looks off, and he's just like,
slowly pull my gun out.
"If you answer the
Push it.
if you answer the phone, you answer it." And it's hard to explain. It's like your voice answers you back, but it's not the same. It's not like an echo. So if you say hello, your voice answers back, "Hello."
So you can have a conversation with yourself.
No, it just says what you say, but in a different tone.
Send all four. Send all four of us.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not for Kevin. That was be the
Oh, yeah. yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I was trying to figure out what for what.
yeah.
Four of
Okay,
us.
so,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah,
To
sorry.
to
Or the
wrap
clones
up,
of Kevin, we haven't forget.
Yeah, so I'd be like, what's with this note?
Yeah, when did that note show up?
The note starts showing up a month ago. Just keeps being added. The cell phone keeps being added.
When did we get notified for this job? Like 2 days ago?
Well, per Delta Green,
This is Chris asking outside of character.
Oh,
we only got like 2 days ago, right?
as Delta Green agents, you may or may not know. But if you've done a couple missions, you should know. Per Delta Green regulations, if something hasn't been solved or if there's still a mystery, another cell will be sent within 30 days.
Gotcha.
nice.
But when did we get
when did
notified?
we?
You got notified last week.
Right.
Okay.
Last week. So it's been about, okay.
Okay, so questions. Well, first backing up to the phone to the call thing. You said it answers back to you. Does it just copy what you said,
It
or
just copies what you
in the
say
exact same voice
in the exact same voice,
and intonation?
but not inflection. So if you answered hello, your own voice would answer hello.
Oh, what the fuck? Oh, goddamn, that's eerie.
And by
Holy
hearing that,
shit.
everyone make a stand check.
God damn it, that's crazy. Oh my god, that would freak me the fuck out.
I don't know if I believe him.
No, that's the thing. Like, I'm going to argue against that sand
Do you
check
want human?
because, or else it'd say, like, it just echoes back at you. That's it.
You can roll who you meant. You can see if he's lying or not.
I got
Well-
a 12 under 55, so I'm good.
Good.
I mean, I'll roll.
I don't
roll.
think he's lying. I think he genuinely believes he's telling the truth.
We don't know now because is it still ringing or is it completely smashed?
It's smashed.
Yeah, smash. That's fine. So while everyone's
Oh,
rolling,
Jesus, the other way
Um,
around.
yeah.
I thought it was another 86 with 68.
That's still a failure?
Yeah.
um,
Just one.
okay. And if you succeed,
Nothing.
nothing. Okay. So, question: how often?
How many cell phones have you gotten, champ?
Well, I'm asking the question here, Ace. Let me participate. What frequency do the phones and notes show up?
Because that's a lot of words to just say how often. I'm
Nope,
just going to put that
that's
out.
Let the new guy ask the question.
Yes.
He's
No, I'm just trying to make sure he
getting
knows
his
to get
feet.
by. You can
How am
get
I
that
supposed to
information
learn?
out.
How am I supposed to learn?
A lot.
Kevin's
quicker.
a good practice because he's,
They started showing up a month ago, once a day.
once a day.
Is it the same time of day?
I am never there when they show up. I go down there early in the morning, it's there. I go
Wow.
down there later in the evening, it's there.
So you're telling me you didn't want to explore this phenomenon by trying every day, trying to figure out when the time it showed up is?
Look at me.
You know,
That's true. That's a good
That's a
point.
good
All
point.
right.
That's a good
Hey,
point.
he's got you there.
Come here and read a book. All right. Anyway.
How
Acid
many-
reflex? Maybe you should.
How many copies of this note do you have? What do you do with the others?
I burn them, I smash them. Don't you see what I'm trying to do here? I'm
Why
trying
would
to
you
save
can't-
us.
Are all of the notes identical?
Identical. Same handwriting.
Okay, here's a question. So, at least you should know a time range. Like when you obviously showed up at some point and noticed the notes and the cell phones. Just give me a time range when it could be that this happens.
The earliest I've been in here is about 9 o'clock. They show up before then.
Okay, before 9
So
a.m. All right.
12:01 a.m. to 11:59 p.m.
Yeah.
is the range.
Yeah. And
at
what's
which
the
they can
latest
show up.
you've ever been here?
Probably 11 o'clock at night.
Okay, thank you.
Because we could just stay here tonight. I don't know if they'll show up, but
I mean,
Yeah.
For
I
real?
almost don't want to, but
And I
kinda
think
do
with
want
that,
to.
we should probably end this episode because we're getting a little bit long again, and I don't think we can get to the next part without having an entirely new episode because there's so much info.
I love it.
I love it.
info dump.